They not like us. 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 You think the pay gon'
What is good, YouTube? This your boy Aaron, and I'm back today, and I'm reacting to the Pacers versus Celtics game 1. Here's the thing, a lot of things to unpack, right? And fourth quarter, overtime, Pacers, they messed up, they choked, they screwed up, they should have won that game. End of discussion. Here's the deal. LeBron and JJ Redick have been talking about this on their podcast for a while now. Fouling when you're up 3. What am I talking about? Well, when a team doesn't have a timeout and you're up 3, why not foul them so that they can go to the free throw line and they hit both of them, they make one of them, they miss both of them, right? Guess what? They don't have a timeout. So you're the team that's up 3. You get the ball back, they foul you, go to the free throw line, you hit a shot, hit 2, whatever it may be. The other team doesn't have a timeout, so they're going to take a lot of time off the clock, and they either will make a shot, miss a shot, and won't have a lot of time left. So it's a lot better if you foul up 3 than just letting them play. And this is where the problem lines with the Pacers last night. They decided we're just going to play straight up. Why? Why would you do that? I get it. It's harder than it looks. It's not as easy as it sounds. But come on now. Like, you cannot let that happen where you just allow a team to get up a good look because it's a one-possession game. And Siakam, he did a good enough job of preventing himself from fouling a three-point shooter. But at the end of the day, guess what? No hand contest. Jaylen Brown was able to get a good look, and he was able to knock it down, which was the craziest 3 I've ever seen in my life. But at the end of the day, no contest. He was able to knock it down. They were able to go into overtime. And I have to say this about Tyrese Haliburton. I was disappointed with Tyrese Haliburton. Why? Why was I disappointed? Well, number one, in the fourth quarter, down the stretch, he didn't look composed. He looked comfortable. It felt like he forgot he could use his left hand. I don't know why in hell, in God's name, would you just race to the corner like that? Like what's going on? Like, why do you feel the need to have to race to the corner to attempt the jump shot? It's like come on, man. Like, be composed, let the time run out, and if there's a trap coming, then just pass it on out. But why would you just race to the corner to give the defender an easy chance to contest? That was my problem with Tyrese Haliburton. And also the inbounds play. Rick Carlisle mentioned this. He mentioned this after the game. He acknowledged that I should have called a timeout so we can get a better inbound. They inbound the ball. Tyrese Haliburton, I think he may have been guarded by Drew Holiday or somebody, but he pretty much lost the ball. Aaron Naismith tried to save it, but he wasn't able to save it. That made them be able to get a shot off, which tied the game and forced overtime. It was just a lot of mistakes from the Indiana Pacers that shouldn't have happened. That shouldn't have never happened because, again, you're a playoff team. You're coached by Rick Carlisle, one of the better minds in the NBA. This shouldn't have occurred. But yet again, for whatever reason, against a team that's inferior to the Boston Celtics, they find a way to cough it up, and the Boston Celtics are able to take advantage of it, even with a subpar Jayson Tatum fourth quarter. Overtime comes. I thought the Indiana Pacers came out swinging pretty well. I thought they did a really good job. But again, once Aaron Naismith went out the game, he fouled Jayson Tatum. I think they may have went up 1. It was pretty much a wrap from there. Because Jayson Tatum, he started to get it going. He hit a clutch 3-point shot. He was able to get an and 1. And that was pretty much the game. Indiana wasn't able to, they weren't able to come back firing. They weren't able to get the same looks that they normally did in regulation. Siakam wasn't able to do anything much. Tyrese Haliburton wasn't able to do much besides getting fouled by Derek White on a 3-point attempt. It was just a complete collapsed by the Indiana Pacers. They should have won that game. They gave the game away. The Boston Celtics didn't play particularly well for the entire game. I thought their offense at times was a bit stagnant. There wasn't a lot of fluidity in the offense. They were relying too heavily on the three-point shot like they normally do the regular season. And this is the problem with the Boston Celtics and why I believe they won't win a championship is because their offense relies too heavily on jumpers. They don't drive to the basket enough. And Jayson Tatum, he's very he's a roller coaster at times. Like one quarter, 2, 3 quarters, he'll look great, and then all of a sudden the fourth quarter rolls around, and we're wondering where's Jayson Tatum, and he'll hit these very bad contested shots, and he'll turn the ball over like he did. But ultimately, Indiana Pacers didn't handle their business when it needed to the most. All you had to do was foul a three-point shoot, was foul the Boston Celtics player to prevent a three-point shot, and then not turn the ball over at the end. But they didn't do that. And ultimately, they're down 0-1. And they're going to have to come back, and hopefully they can replicate this performance minus the mistakes they made at the end of regulation. And that's really what it is. I mean, looking at the box score, you'll be like, damn, Indiana, they played a really good game on offense. And you're like, how did they lose this game? Right? Aaron Naismith had 14 points, shot 50%. Pascal Siakam had 24 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists. Miles Turner had 23 points, 10 rebounds. Neymar had 12 points, 7 assists. Tyrese Haliburton had 25 points, 10 assists. Obi Toppin had 15 points. TJ McConnell had 13 points. So you're looking at that and you're wondering like, man, they got so much contribution from the starters and they got 2 dudes from the bench giving you a contribution. There's no way they could lose that game. Well, when you turn the ball over, when you make blunders like they did in the end of regulation, even a team like that, even a performance like that against a superior opponent, the superior opponent will take advantage of your mistakes, and that's exactly what happened. I'm looking at Boston. Jaylen Brown had 26. Jayson Tatum had 36. Al Horford had 15. Derek White had 15. Drew Holiday had 28. And then their bench didn't really do much. I mean, you had Cornette who had 5, and then you had Peyton Pritchard who had 8. Everybody else, it was mostly the starters. And again, the Pacers, they had their chance. But the mistakes. I'll say this about Jayson Tatum because I've been hard on Jayson Tatum in the past because I just look at him and I say to myself, there is just untapped potential that I'm waiting on. There's just something missing from Jayson Tatum. He did score 36 points. He did come up huge when it mattered most. So you have to salute him on that. But I'm still looking at him and I'm wondering, how long is this going to last until the mistakes that I see him make are going to cost them? And right now, I just don't think that the Indiana Pacers can take advantage of the blunders that is Jayson Tatum and his mistakes in the fourth quarter and on. Because in that fourth quarter, if you recall, he did not look well. He looked scared. He looked just uncomfortable. He was taking mid-range shots that was heavily contested. He was taking shots that was unnecessary. He could have passed it off to somebody else to make a better shot. He looked rattled that fourth quarter. Aaron Naismith was doing a really good job of stopping Jayson Tatum in that fourth quarter. But the Pacers couldn't take advantage of it. And I don't think the Pacers are talented enough to take advantage of a Jayson Tatum in the fourth quarter who just, for whatever reason, can't get it going. He had wide open looks from 3. He couldn't knock it down. He had all these jump shots that he just could not knock down. He didn't drive to the paint at all. And the Indiana Pacers still lost. That's the game. That's the game you play. And if you can't take advantage of that, then you might as well wrap it up. I'll be reacting to game 2 of the series as well. I'm also going to be reacting to game 1 of the Timberwolves versus Mavericks series. So check that out later on in the week. And also check out some of our segments from the previous podcast that I posted yesterday. So thank you all for watching. For my Game 1 reaction, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.
Just let me be me.